I always want to bring you content and tidbits that make your life easier and less overwhelming. But I got to tell you, today I was hit with some overwhelm, and it was pretty amazing to experience because I didn't even feel it preparing for my retreat and leading the retreat. And it's so funny what it was. It was preparing everything for a loan. The list of items that were needed for this loan pretty much had me paralyzed the past 2 days. So Sarah, if you are watching or listening, sorry that we hadn't sent it out yet, but it's unbelievable the things that actually stop us in our tracks that paralyze us. And I had to coach myself today because I kept on looking at this list and it was just so big, and I knew it was going to be tedious because my husband and I worked for ourselves for the past few years, so there's not a lot of W-2s. It's lots of different stuff to pull together, and I had to coach myself today, and finally I was just like, okay, pick one thing, because looking at that list was just so overwhelming that I didn't want to do anything. So finally I chose one thing and I submitted it, and then I chose another thing and I submitted it, and just in any fashion that would help me get through it. And in my mind I was like, oh, maybe the mortgage person wants it all in one email, but I got over it, and I did it the best way I could to start knocking things off the list. And so I just wanted to share that with you today, that if you have lists that are sort of paralyzing you or keeping you in your place rather than moving forward, pick one thing, pick the easiest thing, pick the most doable thing, pick the least scariest thing and start there. And thank you. And once you check that off the list, you have that forward motion to help you check the next thing off the list. So I know it's just a tidbit, but I'm receiving all the feedback for this new course, and a lot of people experience overwhelm, and I'm definitely one of them. I don't experience it all the time, but when I do, it definitely kind of takes me out of my comfort zone, and I feel all the feels. So I hope that this helps you today, this little tidbit, just a reminder to start small, start where you're at, pick just one thing, and live life to the fullest.